I'm just gonna take here a light, okay? And we have in Arnold the intensity value, the exposure. We have the samples, okay? And the new, all of those you know, okay? So to arrange the intensity of my light, I play with the intensity and exposure. And now for the final gathering for this interior light, we're going to also use down here visibility, the indirect lights. That's what's going to bounce the light back and forwards, okay? To avoid the noise, I need to use my samples, and that's unique to each light, okay? And unfortunately, you cannot select all the lights and put the samples down. You cannot instance the lights in Arnold. In other softwares, you can. Now let's go to daylight. So in daylight, we have, the typical thing is that our key light, our main light, is what's coming from the window. Okay, whether it's an overcast day, where it's a clear sky day, 70% of my light comes off the window, and maybe I can make other changes with details coming from other sources like a lamp, but that's not really going to define my scene, okay? Or I can arrange how it's working by putting a really reflective wall, a white wall, and it's going to reflect that light, okay? That works better in Global Illumination, by the way. So what's the difference in a late afternoon light? I have, the key light is about 40%, so the light coming from my window, it's about 40% of what is going to lit my scene. So 60% is what it's inside my scene. So I already have to create some kind of homogeneous light inside, or create enough sources so that I have light, okay? And in this kind of a scenes, I have more contrast, and the colors are a lot more strong. I have more shadows and more saturation. And you have to keep in mind that the temperature of my light, which is, if I have a Arnold light, I just use color temperature, and if I have Maya light here in rendering, I have the Arnold tab, and then I can use color temperature, okay? And the temperature of my light really matters. So I'm not gonna completely fake it. First of all, the sun is not, yes, we painted yellow when we're little, but the light that the sun gives is not yellow unless it's the afternoon, and that also depends on the country you are, okay, and the atmosphere you get. So not in every country the light in the afternoon is gonna be yellow. So what I recommend, because you're doing animations and not real world scenes, is to just put whatever mood fits your composition, okay? But the temperature really matters. And just keep in mind that a clear sky has a lot of contrast shadows and saturated color. An overcast day has a desaturated colors and soft shadows. And a sunset has dramatic colors, okay? Now, in Arnold, we have two options. So it's a sky dome. One option is a sky dome with light portals. And the other option is the fake one, which is using directional light, this Maya one, plus the area lights, okay? Why would we use a fake one? Because this is not global illumination, and sometimes we just don't need such a natural light, and we can go for something that looks like it's coming from the window, okay?